Okay guys, so I have too much light entering into my eyes, so I have to use my glasses because it affects me when I don't have that on. So you might have to see some reflections in my glasses, so I really do apologize before the video starts for that. So here we go. Yes, so that feels better. Hi guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Oreoluwa Flames, your travel and lifestyle blogger and vlogger. Now basically today I want to tell you guys about how to survive in Lagos, Nigeria. Having spent my entire life in Lagos, Nigeria, like I was born in Lagos, I grew up in Lagos, my primary, second and university was in Lagos. So I believe I have some certain knowledge on how to survive in Lagos State, Nigeria. To me, I feel Lagos State can be compared to somewhere like New York of the United States of America. Not that I've been there before, but from what I see, from what I read, from what I see in movies, I have some kind of feeling that Lagos State can be compared to New York, because basically you can become anything you want to be in Lagos State. Yes, I said it. You just need to hustle and know the right people and have the right connections. Very important. Connections. Have the right connections, meet the right gathering, and you can actually be on your way to achieving your dreams in Lagos, Nigeria. But before you can do that, if you're moving into Lagos for the first time, or if you haven't been staying in Lagos State, these are my top 5 tips that I feel should get you going in Lagos. So without wasting too much of our time, let's get into it. My number 5 tip is be adaptable and be tolerant. Now, what do I mean by be adaptable and be tolerant? First thing first, you need to understand is if you're bougie and you're classy and all that, you should know when to turn it down. Like, you should know when to turn it down. You should know when to be a little bit ras in some certain situations. Like if you're in Lagos State, for instance, you can't behave as I was saying. If you are in Lagos, Nigeria, you need to learn how to be adaptable. For instance, if you're going to attend an event like on the island, like in Victoria Island, like in a hotel, some of those classic events, of course, that I'm not saying that they're fake, but of course, that you need to carry yourself in some sort of poise and some sort of, just look at the environment of where you are. That would actually determine how you're going to carry yourself. Your courage matters a lot in Lagos. If you do not carry yourself very well in Lagos, you will be treated as shit. So you need to understand how to carry yourself in some certain places, in some certain circle, in some certain situations. Likewise, if you're in a place like Mushin, for instance, word of advice, never act classy or posh in Mushin. As in, I dread anytime I have to pass that places. Not that anything has happened to me there, but there are some stories I've heard about those particular places that, trust me, you don't want to experience those things. And places like Oshodi, my goodness, you do not want to just walk on the road anyhow. Like, those places are quite, especially let's say late at night, you really don't want to tread those places at those particular times. My number 4 tip is be at alert. There is something that happens when people hear help in Lagos. do not look at any city. I'm sorry to sound like this, but when you see people running, my brother, my sister, run for your life. Don't wait to look at what the situation is. Don't wait to look at what is pursuing them. As in, that is just a standard thing of the way, the standard mentality of Lagosian. You see somebody running, you run. You don't know what is pursuing them, but you just run. That's just a joke, by the way, but sometimes you might probably need to watch out a bit to see what's actually pursuing them, because someone might be running probably because the person is getting late to get somewhere, or the person is trying to meet up with someone, and then before you know it, everybody starts running, and then there is a stampede somewhere. But nevertheless, watch out, look at what is pursuing them. Don't try to form balls or anything. Whenever you hear help, egbami, and somebody is running, pick race. Number 3, have the mindset of a hustler. Yeah, Lagos basically is the city of hustlers. People every day climb their way to the top. There are some people that were born with silver spoons in Lagos. That's very, very true. Even those that were born with silver spoons still have some level of knowing how to hustle. You need to know how to jump down full boards, for goodness sakes. As in, you don't necessarily need to take down full bosses all the time, but at some point in your life, you need to know how to be smart and how to rush for down full boss. Otherwise, you'll be stuck at the bus stop for only God knows how long. So you need to be smart, you need to be at alert, you need to know how to hustle for public transportation. Another thing about Lagos, about being smart in Lagos, is what I do that works for me is you need to know how to manage your finances in such a way that, okay, for instance, I'm going to an event on the island, I stay on the mainland, and I'm going to an event on the island, and probably I leave the house like past 8. My brother, my sister, I'm going to take BRT. The blue BRT is actually posh, is, tush than taking Danfo or taking the red one. So I take BRT to either TBS, and from TBS I take my Uber or Taxify to where I'm going to. Then it becomes cheaper, you don't have to spend a lot for the Taxify, especially people that are coming from places like Alagbado, Abule-Egba. My goodness, those places are terribly far. I don't know how people survive those areas. Like, they are crazy far, and you have people that go to work like on the island from all the way from those places. Man, kudos to you guys. If you guys stay there, like, kudos to you guys. Do not doubt the fact that there are amazing and fantastic houses in those places. Yeah, true, there are fantastic houses in those places, but the proximity to where you work or something, gosh, I can't deal with that stress. Number 2, I just spoke about number 3. So my number 2 tip on how to survive in Lagos is be smart, be at alert, especially when you're in places like market. Okay, there are some instances in Lagos that when you're in some places, you need to carry your bag. You need to carry a bag on your chest like this. If you don't, because I've had situations of whereby you're in a public transport and then your bag is being slit by a razor blade, and then probably your wallet or your money is being taken out of the bag, and then you're stranded. So you need to be smart. You need to always open your 6 senses. All of your senses need to be at alert for you to survive in Lagos. This Lagos is not easy, as in, it's not the beans. If you don't know Lagos, you need to survive. If you feel survive Lagos, you feel survive anywhere. And the truth of that, Lagos is not an easy place, but yet it's actually an amazing place. It's a fun place to be. It's an awesome place to be. Trust me. So you need to be smart. You need to be sharp. When you're walking in some certain places, don't be sluggish. As in, you can't be sluggish. You need to be sharp, like move. That's how to get around Lagos. And my final and my number 1, which is my topmost advice for whoever stays in Lagos, Always carry a valid means of identification to wherever you are going to. Now there is a menace going around in town about some set of policemen or security officers called SARS, and how they are claimed to be raiding especially young people, young boys, young girls, and extort them and harass them and say a whole lot of stuff, accusing them of robbery, accusing them of cultism, accusing them of so many things. So the first thing you need to do is carry a valid means of identification wherever you're going to. Make sure you have a valid means of identification wherever you're going to. I always have my official ID card. I have my school ID card, my MSc ID card. I have there's an ID card I made for myself, which is for press. So whenever I'm going, because I'm a travel blogger, so whenever I'm going outside of Lagos or something, I have to hold it. And whenever they disturb me and they want to stop and search, I have to show them that, okay, I'm a press, I'm carrying my camera, I have my stuff. So they will give respect, like, okay, if we try to harass this kind of person, it will be somebody that will go and write something about us. So I have that on standby for myself. So always carry a valid means of identification whenever you're going to anywhere in Lagos State. It's very, very important. Not just Lagos State, all over the world. I think it's actually vital to have a valid means of identification. On no circumstances, on no circumstances should you argue with these officers. Like, it is downright wrong. If you want to search your phone, let them search. If they want to search your bag, let them search. I know, yes, you have rights and you have all of that. Let them search. Whatever they say, they want to take you to the police station, let them take you to the police station. But one thing that you have to do is you have the right to call your lawyer. You have the right to call a guardian. So please, these people, they waste people's life anyhow. So be safe, be smart, and know what you're doing. I believe with all these that I've outlined, there are still so many other ways that you will know how to survive in Lagos. If you have any other idea of how to survive in Lagos, please leave your comments in the comment section below. And if you like this video, do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, and you can check out my other adventure videos. Yes, Adventures with O Flames. You can check out my other adventures videos. It's still your boy Oreoluwa Flames signing out.